Hello, my name is Sharon Holly and I'm a certified yoga therapist. And I'm here today to talk to you about yoga as a support for breast cancer related lymphedema. And so I invite you, if you haven't already, to talk to your healthcare professional about lymphedema if it's a concern of yours. And also before you do any type of exercise. So for today, I just want to give you just a very quick overview to help you understand how we're going to do this short practice of movement and breathing techniques that will help support our lymphatic system. So for those of you who understand lymphedema, right, the idea is that we've had lymph nodes removed to prevent the spread of cancer. And when those lymph nodes are removed, the lymph still needs to travel somewhere in the body. And so what we want to do is we want to guide it away from the areas, right, where there have been lymph nodes removed. And thinking about moving away from the extremities, moving away from the fingers, because the thoracic duct, which is where all of the lymph ends up pooling and moving out of our system, is in the center of the body. So you want to guide everything towards the center of the body. So in thinking about this, what's really important is also to know, for those of you who do have a regular yoga practice, the types of movements you want to avoid, especially in the beginning, would be downward dog, balancing cat, possibly cat-cow, headstands, handstands, planks, push-ups, anything that's going to put pressure on the upper body. So we want to avoid those. I don't want to say you have to avoid them forever, but definitely in the beginning. Because after there's been surgery and radiation, the system is a little weakened, and we want to help to support that and strengthen it back up again so there's no shock to the system. So I just wanted to start with that to help understand what we're looking to do here. And so for those who don't have a practice, this might be all brand new for you. But what's important to understand is just doing some abdominal breathing is really supportive. And when we think about abdominal breathing, it's about allowing the breath to move all the way down into the belly area, okay? And so when we breathe in, the abdomen expands because we have the diaphragm, and we call this also, I don't know if I said this, but diaphragmatic breathing. We have a muscle called the diaphragm. It's dome-shaped, and it sits right about here in our bodies. And when we inhale, the dome presses down because what it's doing is it's allowing space for the lungs to fill up and expand. And so the belly will push out. And as we exhale, then the dome comes back up and the belly pulls back towards the spine. So just beginning to breathe in that way. Now in yoga, we tend towards what's called ujjayi breathing, in and out of the nose. But if for any reason that's uncomfortable for you, feel free to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So I'm going to invite you to bring your hands here or a hand here, whatever feels most comfortable for you, and just see if you can feel the breath filling up into your abdominal area. Okay, so as you inhale, filling up with breath, and as you exhale, gently pulling back towards the spine. This is also great to help keep our backs supported and strong. So just a nice little breathing pattern here. See what feels comfortable for you. Right, we're beginning to pump. So I think of this as the pump for our lymphatic system, our breath. So we know that the heart is the pump for our circulatory system, but the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like that. So we become the pump by breathing and whatever movements feel comfortable for us, okay? So maybe close the eyes for a moment if that feels comfortable for you, and just take a few breaths in and out of this area, and just imagining the free flow of lymph moving through your body, clearing your body out of anything that no longer supports it. And as you're ready, we'll go ahead, if your eyes are closed, to gently open them. Let your arms rest down by your sides. And we're going to begin to inhale, extend the fingers long, and as you exhale, gently make fists. So inhaling and exhaling, right? So this is like our pump. Inhaling and exhaling, just beginning that flow through our body. So as much as you can continue that abdominal diaphragmatic breathing throughout the practice, feel free to do that. Okay. And then letting the arms rest by your sides. So this is again going to be a short practice just to begin to introduce the idea of what types of movements would be supportive and helpful. And for those who are used to a yoga practice, you might recognize some of these. So this is also to help, if you are going to take a class, some modifications and things that you can do to support yourself. Okay? So from here, I'm going to go ahead and just begin to, as I inhale, bring the arms up by my sides and bring the palms together down through my heart. Okay? And I'm going to do that again. Inhale, and just see, now maybe your arms only are coming up to here today. You can also exhale, arms back down, right? Just flow here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling, moving at your own pace. We'll do one more. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms. We're going to bring them up to cactus arms at this time, okay? So from here, now see if this feels comfortable. If it's too much for you, your arms might be down here. Maybe it's just one arm is able to move. What we want to do is we want to find your pain-free range of motion, okay? So where can you move that's not uncomfortable or painful? Now I understand there might be some tightness or stiffness if you've had surgery, but you want to make sure that you're not pushing too far. So if this feels comfortable for you, you might go ahead and just move to one side and come back to center and then to the other side. So we're thinking about moving our spine in all its directions. That's part of what's so important for yoga, to keep our bodies moving, right? So I know sometimes we think downward dog is all that yoga is. I know I thought that, but it's not. There's a lot more to yoga, and I'm going to share that with you today. So as we come back to center, we're going to go ahead and release the arms back down by your sides. Roll the shoulders forward, up and back, forward, up and back. Right? So we have lymph. We have lymph in the area around the neck. We have it under the armpits. We have it down in the groin area. So we're focusing again on the upper body today. And so thinking from here, we're going to maybe do a little side slide. So just again to a place that feels comfortable for you. Right? So it's important to breathe and move at your own pace. Smooth, easeful breathing. If it becomes choppy or uncomfortable, that's an indication that you should stop or change. Now, if you're feeling like you have a little range of motion today and you want to extend this arm overhead, beautiful. You can add that in. If not, stay at the side slide. Right? So what we're doing here too is we're supporting our nervous system by breathing and moving, calming our nervous system down. Is going to help support all of our systems. So as we come back up one more time here, we're going to go ahead and roll the shoulders forward, up and back. And next, we're going to move into a warrior one. So a warrior one posture, for those who are familiar, know that we step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, where it might be a heel to arch alignment or a heel to heel alignment. You want to have a place where you feel like you are steady in your posture. Now I'm going to bend and straighten. I want to make sure that my knee is not going past my toes. So I don't want it going here. I'm going to be just right over my ankle, okay? And making sure that the knee's not going inside or outside. So I'm going to turn to the front of the camera right now so you can see too, right? So you want to make sure the knee's staying right here, okay? And then we're going to move here as we inhale. Arms will come up to cactus arms. Exhale, back down. And again, inhale and exhale. Now, if your arms feel like they want to come up higher, and that's okay for you, you're welcome to bring them up higher. What we want to avoid here is bringing the shoulders in towards and crunching in towards the ears, right? Some people do their warriors like so. If you do and your shoulders are wrapping away, that's great, okay? But this also might be too big of a move right now. So see what your body needs. Perhaps you're here. That's beautiful if that's where you need to be. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and straighten the front leg. Let the back leg come up and meet the front. We're going to shake it on out. And we're going to switch sides. Okay? So I just show you the side view just so you can kind of check in. Again, make sure your alignment. Most of what I do is function over form, just making sure I got that right. So what we're doing is more important than exactly precisely how your body is, But I want to check in with things like the knee to make sure that we're not doing something that's going to hurt your body over time. So that's the cues I'm going to give. So we're going to move in and out on this side, okay? And the other side, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to come back to facing the front of the camera. We're going to inhale, open across the heart, and as we exhale, straighten the knee. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten, okay? So this is just a dynamic moving in warrior. Now, if you're in a class and they're holding it and that feels okay for you, you're welcome to stay and hold your warrior, right? Breathing right into the belly, that's so key. Again, arms can come up higher, just as long as you're not causing tension or tightness in the neck and the shoulders. So listen to your body. That's my big message for everything, right? Anything you're gonna do, listen to your body, don't push. When you're ready, we're gonna exhale, bring the arms down, bring the leg up, give a little shake. Check in, how do you feel, right? Do you feel like you wanna do a little bit more? If you're getting tired, you can rest at any time, okay? Any of these poses, any of these movements you can see, we can do seated as well. You can just be moving the upper body, you can move the lower body, that feels as comfortable for you. We'll end in a chair, so I'll show you a couple of things there. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna come back into warrior. This time I'm gonna start with my legs in the same positioning, but I'm gonna come into warrior two, okay? So warrior two, I'm gonna inhale, extend my arms out, look over my fingertips. Again, watch out for the knee, heel alignment, heel to arch. And as I inhale, I'm gonna go ahead and straighten my knee, bring my arms again, either up overhead or maybe right here. Inhale, extend them out. Exhale, and inhale. I just realized I just changed the breath, so you can inhale and exhale, play around with it. Make it your own, to be honest with you, right? There's no wrong or right way of doing this, but see how my arms are coming up overhead? I'm stretching them out, I'm extending. So I'm inviting the blood flow and the lymph flow to come away from the fingertips, right? So you can bring hands to the heart. These are just lots of different ways to move. This time I'm gonna go ahead and stay in that warrior two extended arm position. And then I might go ahead and bring my arm down to my thigh. And then this arm, I'm gonna circle around a few times. I'm gonna look down at the ground, and you can do this with a bent elbow if that feels like it's too much for you to do the full long arm. If it feels okay, swing that arm around and letting that draw you back up into your warrior two. Looking over your fingertips, checking in with your shoulders, straightening the front knee, bending into the knee, placing the back arm down, the front arm up, and coming into what we call reverse or peaceful warrior. Again, thinking about the flow moving down the arm. Coming back to warrior two, straighten the front leg, let both arms come down, turn both feet in, and then we're going to switch sides. Okay, so check in with your posture. Once again, inhale, float the arms out, and then choose how do you want to bring your hands. Do you want to bring them into your heart, thinking about what you want to bring into your day, and extending them out. Finding your free flow, your movement of breath. Maybe it's inhale out and exhale in. Maybe it's the other way around. I just invite you to be playful, find it, right? So here maybe the arms come up and the arms come down. Arms come up, arms come down. Beautiful. However feels right for you. Again, it could be here. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the arm extended out. Maybe one arm, if it's tired, getting tired, you can let it rest, right? If it feels okay for you to bring this arm down and then maybe looking down at the ground, rotating that arm. Again, thinking about creating length. The arm is up, extended, moving in the opposite direction, just in the way that feels good for you, right? I'm just giving you different options of how your arm might move. There's no perfect way or right way to do it as long as you're not causing any pain. We're going to go ahead and circle around, coming back up into our warrior two. Take a breath, check in, straighten the front leg, bend the front leg, drop the back arm, turn the front palm up, reverse warrior. Again, feel that flow, check in with your back. Maybe a nice big sigh, letting the shoulders relax, straightening the front leg, Both arms come up, both arms come down, turning both feet in. And then bringing the legs back together here. We're going to go ahead and circle the arms forward, up, and back. Opening up here. And I'm realizing for my chair, I wanted to grab my chair, and I seem to have moved it out of frame. So I'm going to come back in. So just notice how you feel after all that. Maybe you're tired, maybe you need to sit down. You're welcome to stay standing if you want. Just want to invite you to check in with your breath in your body. And for those of you who are thinking about your cat-cow, right, and how supportive that can be, we can do that very easily here in a chair just by sliding the hands forward, looking towards the belly as we inhale, looking up towards the ceiling, right? And so again, just in the beginning, maybe this is the way that we do our cat-cow. There's lots of ways to modify positions that we're used to being on hands and knees, right? But for today's purposes, I'm just showing you just some ones that don't involve any of those, that even the slightest bit of pressure onto the upper body. I invite you to come back into a neutral position and then just check in and notice how you're feeling in this moment. Maybe the eyes gently close again, becoming aware of your heartbeat, becoming aware of your breath. Feeling the sensation of the flow moving through your body, imagining your lymph moving with ease. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed here, or if you'd like to gently open them. I just hope that this was informative for you to give you an idea of what types of movements you want to move towards and which ones you want to move away from. There's a lot of information out there, and I really do feel that yoga can be such a beautiful support for anyone who's going through lymphedema or has concerns about lymphedema that's related to their breast cancer experience. So I thank you again for coming, and I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together, taking that moment of gratitude for yourself, for taking this time in your day to stretch, strengthen, relax, and restore your body, mind, and spirit, taking a sense of peace, health, and wholeness with you throughout the rest of your day.